What's going on, everyone? This is Lee Brown, and you're getting down with Mr. Lee Dan Brown, and that's me, Lee Brown. I can say my name a lot of times so you remember it. You ever get a cast like on your hand or your feet or anything like that, and you see like everything starts to like turn into like a reptile skin? Well, I got that going on right now with my right hand. And another thing I noticed is the nails on that hand are the same size as when I first got it. And my other hand, the nails have grown, just normal. So that got me to thinking, if you coddle yourself in a nice little cocoon like a cast is, and you don't challenge yourself, get out of your comfort zone, and do things that make you uncomfortable, you're not going to grow. So, that leads me into today. I have a guest. You guys have already met her. My wife, my partner in crime, Mrs. Oh, I was going to say Miss. Mrs. Kellee Brown. How's it going?
Middle name?
What's your middle name? It's No, it's Paige.
Yes, thank you. Hello, pals.
How you doing? How have you been since 2-3 episodes ago?
Oh gosh, I'm doing fabulous. Not much has changed.
You're having tea again.
Yep. Oh, that's right. I had last time. This time it's caffeinated tea at 7 p.m. though on a Friday night because turned down for what?
What? Exciting stuff over here at the Browns.
Yeah. My brother's coming to town, so we gotta get caffeinated.
We gotta stay up. We gotta hang with the younger ones.
It's tough. It's really tough.
Well, so today our topic kind of stems off of what I just brought up. Growth. We wanted to talk about growth. Growth in your life, growth in other people's life, growth in our own lives. What do you think about that when you hear growth, Kel?
I think I've been trying to grow my whole life.
Is it working?
Well, I did the inversion table for a while, trying to get a couple more inches.
How tall are you?
5, I'd say 3.
5'3".
Give or take.
Is that a good tactic? I never heard of this before I met you.
I think my dad told me to do it during high school basketball, and it was a load of BS.
He was just another one of his awesome jokes.
Yeah. Or he just wanted to get use out of his inversion table or something.
I bet he uses it.
Yeah, I think so.
You can do like ab workouts on those too.
It's a good piece of equipment.
Mm-hmm.
But serious note, growth. I think growth is necessary. It needs to happen. Oftentimes it happens without us even knowing or trying.
In the worst of times.
Yes. And it happens in ways and forms that we don't necessarily want.
I can agree with that. I think it only happens if you fail or if you are struggling. I mean, yeah, you learn from winning stuff too, but you don't learn nearly as much from failing or running into obstacles. those obstacles are what show you how bad it can get and force you to make things better.
Take another step somewhere else.
So since you think that in those times of failure, that's when you succeed, or that's when you grow, what is an example, or do you want to give any examples of a time when you struggled and learned from it?
Sure. Let's see. Well, a big in for me was I was going to school to be a special education teacher. Went through a lot of the courses, paid a lot of money, went as far as into the classroom learning, student teaching stuff, and it just wasn't filling the hole. Wasn't what I thought I wanted. So I ended up calling her quits before even completing it. And it was a waste of a lot of money, time, heartache. And
I feel like that resonates with a lot of people.
yeah, especially with schooling, huh?
Yeah, a lot of people our age have experienced those same things. What would you tell someone going into school right now? What would you tell them?
I would tell them, if they aren't absolutely sure, if they haven't done some sort of like shadow or intern or job where they are doing it for a few like days in a row, like some sort of structured routine doing it, if they haven't tried some level of that first and they're just doing it because they think that they want to do it, don't do it yet.
I agree. Because I mean, at that point in your life, me anyways, I didn't have a clue which way was up still.
Yeah.
I was, in that high school kid mentality where I think everything's green, or everything's rosy and and good. What I would add is, I'm sure a lot of people have heard, but go to a tech school first. Go to one of those, get associate's degree in something you like, get your generals before, is what I'm trying to say, at one of those places where it's not as expensive, and then go from there. Yeah, I mean, in my experience, I didn't want to do that because there's kind of a stigma around those. But you're going to thank yourself later on for doing that. And those people who you thought had that stigma around it would
more successful.
Yeah, those people are generally more successful because they already have an upper hand on the 4-year degree people.
They don't have nearly the debt. They're doing a job that they like. They didn't grind for 4 years, just not really loving it.
Yeah, because when you go into tech school or one of those associate programs, you're actually studying the things that is involved with that associate degree.
Get-go.
Yeah, from the get. Whereas in undergrad, a university, you're studying all these things that have nothing to do with the degree you want to get into. Yeah, it's giving you time to decide what you want, but for me, I had all that time to think, and I still feel like I didn't choose the right path. So just think about it more. Try to figure out your interests and the things you gravitate towards. It's not all the time what you like, but what maybe you're good at, or what you say you're good, uh, interacting with people. That could be a nursing degree. It doesn't have to be a communications degree from a university.
Mm-hmm. There's a ton of options.
Yeah. So next, I want to lead into those people that maybe are already in a position, in a job, or something that they kind of enjoy, but they feel like they're kind of in a rut or are stuck doing the same old. It's getting a little monotonous. Let's talk about spontaneity. I mean, you just need to bring a little bit more of that childhood spontaneousness into your life. Go out for, say you're driving home. You drive home every day from work. You get done with work, you have your same routine. Why not stop at the local, like you drive by a beautiful view, looking at the lake on your way home. Why not stop, take a quick little walk around that lake. Give yourself a little time. I mean, you could just do 5 minutes. Give yourself a little time to enjoy the outdoors, enjoy your own thoughts without the kids yelling or your spouse. I mean, I'm not saying that your spouse is being annoying or that, but just to get away from that, monotonous story that you're living each day. Maybe it's you get home and don't even go inside. Just grab the bike and go for a bike ride quick. Yeah. What are some things maybe you think that people could do to be a little bit, or get out of that rut, Kel?
Yeah, I think switching up your day to day is the biggest and easiest thing. Like the route you take to work or wherever you go every day.
Well, I know one thing you do when you're at work. You like to go to the farthest
bathroom.
The farthest bathroom. Take a scenic route to the bathroom. I mean, it can be like 1 minute excursions, but I call them excursions because it's like a little adventure out of your daily routine.
It's a refresher.
Yeah, a little refresher. Get your mind out of that same thing. Okay, sorry, I cut in, but
you did.
I had an idea.
Yeah, okay. The other thing I was thinking is change up your parking spot. Like, why you park in the same spot every day when there's lots of other options? Maybe the other side. One thing that really gets me excited every once in a while when I do it is when I reverse into my parking spot.
This is sad.
No, this is for
okay,
real.
Okay.
I really get excited. I don't get excited when I park in reverse and get in, like, shut the door and leave the car. But then at the end of the day, or wherever, when I come back to the car, when I see that it's parked that way and all I have to do is zip out forward, I get a little juice of happiness.
I like it. So what we're saying is it can be small things. You don't have to go big, which it seems like that's what people normally do. They go big. They got to take a vacation or something. But why not make every day, make something into just a little vacation for your mind?
Nice, I like it.
You like that?
My mind is at the beach.
The mind is at the beach, yes. So then you can be at the beach before you go to the beach for vacation.
Yep, nice. Or it doesn't have to be the beach, right?
Oh yeah, whatever your beach is. I mean, some people's beach
What's
is
your
in
beach?
the mountains,
Oh, that's
which
mine.
is
Mountains for sure.
yeah, that would be ours for sure.
Or your mine's in the beach, in the gutter. Get it?
Uh,
Your mind's in the gutter.
oh gosh, you are a treat. Okay, lastly,
Lee.
nice, Kelly.
See what we did there?
Oh, jeez, Louise. Lastly, you could, we're talking about growth. Why not have a little growth in your relationship? Do it with your spouse. Do it with your significant other. That spontaneity or that whatever it may be. Maybe you want to meditate for 10 minutes. Recruit your other person into the activity. Make them better as well, or try to help them be better as well. What do you think, Kelly? What are some things that maybe we could do together? Me and you could do together to be spruce up the relationship or break out of that monotony in the day.
Like us two specifically?
Well, it can be for anyone, but I just thought I'd ask that to be a little more.
Yeah, I think that growth is definitely not just for individuals. I think it needs to happen in relationships, friendships, all things, all interactions. So let's see, what are some examples or some ways? How about like what we did yesterday? We never, hardly ever.
First time this year.
Right, and it's almost the end of the year. We hardly ever do anything for entertainment when it's just the two of us involved. We will sometimes with friends or with family. Still not very often, but we hardly go out and spend money and entertain ourselves. But last night we're like, let's go to the movies.
And we went ham too.
Yeah, we got candy, we got freezy, what are those? Ices.
Ices. And we got the dream loungers, man, riding in luxury. I'm talking about those chairs that you can sit back in, and you don't have to put your feet down so people can walk by. You just sit there and veg.
And it was fun. And I think, well, the movie was really good too, but when we left the theater, it's like, nice. That was like something different. A weeknight, spiced it up. We didn't come home and eat supper and go to bed. We had a little fun. Added a little characters in there.
And tell you what, that actually made it interesting that night for bedtime.
Excuse me?
Too much. Okay.
Anyways.
So, you guys should go
to Jumanji too. Plug.
Oh, you're talking about, yeah, I guess we went to Jumanji. It was pretty good. But no, you guys should go do something fun, do something different in your life. Spruce it up. Bring your spouse along with you. Do it. Just do it for the sake of doing it. You're going to feel so much better once you do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Say yes.
You got anything else left before I sign off, little Miss Kel?
Thank you for having me again.
It's always a pleasure.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Yep, I love you.
Love you too. All right. Signing off, this has been Getting Down with Lee Brown. I will see you guys. Well, won't see you, but we'll chat at you next time.
We're going to go spice it up and have some tea. Maybe not.